Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing how you can create connections to different MongoDB databases as well as connect to different MongoDB servers using Mongoose. So let's get into that. So I'm going to open the models file, which is empty. So I'm going to import some stuff. So having done that, next thing I'm going to do is to create a schema describing the contents that will save in the database. So we're going to call the schema db schema is equal to new schema. All right, I'll call it db name. So give type of string. So this will be the name of the database to help us differentiate which database we are saving the content to. So having done that, we're going to go ahead to create a bunch of connections. So the first connection, we'll call it local con1, because this is the first connection we'll be creating to a local MongoDB server. So local con1 will be equal to, now using the method createConnection. So we're going to insert the connection URI here. So the connection URI MongoDB localhost with this port number means that we are connecting to our local MongoDB server, and this stuff over here means that we are connecting to a database named multiple con1. So that's what this stuff means. So now let's copy this. So now I'm going to create a connection to to the database named multiple con2, and I'm going to call this local con2. So now let's create models from this connection. So the first model I'll create will be named local model 1 and is equal to local con1 dot model. So I'm going to be saving it to a collection known as mults. Okay, let's make this capital letter mults, and I'm using the schema known as db schema. All right, having done that, I'm going to replicate this. So shift alt and down. So local model 2 is equal to local con2 rather. So that's that. So this saves to this model you're seeing here does operations on the multiple con1 database, and this other one, as you can see here, does operations on the multiple con2 database. So now let's go ahead to export this model so that we can make use of them. So we have module.exports is equal to local model 1, then local model 2. All right, so now this is what we have. So now having done this, let's go to app.js and then make use of these models. So I'm going to import an express object here. So express is equal to require express. So now let's create an app. So const app is equal to express. All right, that's successful. Now let's create API endpoint that's going to help us manipulate the database that we want to work with. So app.get, we have local local 1. Then let's insert the handler over here. All right, so now we're going to have to write to this database to show how it works. So I'm going to make this an async function, async, and then I'm going to await this operation. Await. So we're going to be working with this model. So await local model 1 dot create. So I'm going to insert the document here. So remember, it's db name. Let's call this local database 1. All right, let's go ahead to make more copies of this. So we create just one copy for now. So I'm going to name this write local 2 and write local 1 for this one. So now this will be await local model 2. So and this will be local database 2. All right, so that is that. So now we're going to have to set up the app so that it can run on the port, and then enter this API endpoints on our browser and see the results. So now I'm going to listen on a given port. So I'll call the port 5000. All right, now listening on port 5000. Okay, now that has been taken care of. Now let's spawn our app and see the results of what we have done. So I'm going to be opening my compass because that's what we're using to see what's happening in our databases. So let's connect to my local database. All right, that has been successful. Now we're going to enter these endpoints in the browser and see the results. So let's get that done. So localhost 5000 /rights local1. All right, it's not giving us any response. Let me just attach a response here. So if it works successfully, we're going to see res.json message successful. All right, so let's do the same here. All right, having done that, I forgot to insert the needed parameters in these functions. So the request parameter as well as the response parameter. So res. All right, back to the browser. So let's test this out again. All right, since it worked successfully, let's see what's inside the multiple con1 database. So over to compass or multiple con1 database. Let's see the contents. Okay, you can see that it seems like we mistakenly ran that command or send the API request twice. So let's just delete this for deleting sake. So we have removed those two. Okay, and as you can see, this one is still empty. So back to the browser. To write something to the database, we're going to make use of this API endpoint, right local 2. Seems like there's an error. Now let's write to the multiple con2 database. I'm making use of this URL. So we change it to 2 and then we hit enter. For some reason it doesn't work. Let's debug the error. Local model 2 not defined in app.js 13. Okay, we didn't import this model, so let's get that done. Local model 2. Okay, that has now been done. All right, back to the web browser. Let's refresh this. Okay, it's successful. So let's see the compass. Let's refresh this collection. Okay, as you can see, it worked. So I'm going to be deleting one. Seems like I sent this request twice or so. So now as you can see, we have been able to connect to 2 different databases in the same project. So the first database happens to be multiple con1 and the other one happens to be multiple con2. And it doesn't end there. We can also connect to several servers in the same projects. So to illustrate that, I'm going to be connecting to another server other than the local server in my computer, and that other server is going to be the MongoDB Atlas that is used to host projects online. So I'm going to be going to my MongoDB Atlas. So all right, so I'm going to be using this connection URI to connect. So I'll copy this, then back to the VS Code IDE. Sorry, the VS Code IDE. All right, so let's come here and place it. Okay, let's come to models.js, and then we're going to create another connection. So this connection is going to be named remote con. All right, so that's been done. Now let's erase this and paste our connection string. All right, my username happens to be Itachi. I want to advise you to expose your credentials or your connection URI to anyone, but if you must do so, make sure you make use of a temporary user. So Uchiha, hope I spelled it correctly. All right, so that has been done. Okay, let's ensure we specify the database name here. So I'm going to be naming it multiple connection. Okay, this will be a small letter O. Okay, so that has been done. So now we create another model for the remote database. So we'll call this remote model. Then we call this local con, remote con rather. Okay, so now let's go ahead to export it. So we say remote model. That means it has been exported. It has been exported successfully. So let's open our app.js and try to make use of it as well. So we have to write an API endpoint function that's going to handle requests that are meant to work on that database. So I'm going to call this write remote, and then I'm going to write remote database. Okay, so this pretty much it. So now I'm going to copy this connection URI from here and then paste it in my Compass, because I'm going to be accessing my Atlas using my Compass app in my machine. So we'll create another window. So we'll move this URI here and paste the one pointing to my Atlas database. So now we connect. Alright, we are in. Let's test out this API endpoint so that we can write to the database, the Atlas database. So I guess the API endpoint is write remote. Sorry, I made a mistake here. This should be remote model, not local model 2. This should be remote model, not local model 2. So that has been corrected because I'm writing to the remote model. So let me specify that here. I didn't import it. So remote model. Okay, so we're going to be using this API endpoint to have access to our MongoDB database in Atlas. So we paste it here. I'll take out the double slash and leave a single slash there. So we hit enter. So it seems like it worked successfully. So now let's check it out. Let's check what has been written there. So okay, it's over here. So we should see it around here. Let's refresh. Okay, now it's here. Multiple connections. So it should be inside here. So as you can see, we were able to write to the remote database in Atlas, and we wrote the database name remote database. So that's all how you can connect to different databases as well as different MongoDB server in one project. So I hope you understood what I showed in the video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, ensure you like and you hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you in another video.